The stars weren't supposed to move that way. Deep in the Andromeda sector, orbiting a planet that no map recorded, the silent vault drifted through black space like a tomb for the universe's most dangerous species. Inside, humans slept in perfect stasis, encased in crystal-like pods that hummed with life support and ancient safeguards. For eons, the Interstellar Council had enforced one rule: never wake them. Never. Yet curiosity has a way of undermining rules. Dr. Yara Tekel, a biologist from the Council's research enclave, hovered before a single human pod, her fingers trembling over the control panel. Protocol forbade it. Every scanner, every AI sentinel insisted she leave it untouched. But the lure of the unknown, of seeing the species that had once burned galaxies with innovation and war, was irresistible. She activated the release sequence. The pod hissed, lights shifting from dormant blue to warm amber. Mist curled around the human inside as sensors checked vitals. The body twitched, then sighed, then opened eyes that seemed to shine with a knowledge no living being should hold. "Where am I?" the human whispered, voice low but commanding. Even in stasis there was authority in the sound. Yara stumbled back, heart pounding. The AI alarm screamed, but she couldn't move. She was frozen in fascination and fear. The Council's holographic monitors flared, showing warnings in red. "Contain immediately," a voice commanded, but the human already sat upright, scanning the room with razor-sharp focus. Fingers brushed the edge of the pod, examining its mechanisms, calculating, adapting. It was alive, too aware, too unpredictable. Yara realized with a jolt that they had just done the unthinkable. Humanity had awoken, and in that instant, the silent vault and the universe itself tilted toward chaos. The alarms echoed through the silent vault like a chorus of doom, yet Dr. Kyle Arden, the human now fully awake, moved with uncanny calm. His eyes, sharp and calculating, swept over the stasis pods and control panels. Each machine, each lock, each protocol was an obstacle, but to him, they were puzzles, solvable, breakable, mutable. The Council's emergency holograms flickered above, their panicked instructions irrelevant. "Subject containment compromised. Initiate lockdown." Kyle didn't panic. He had been dormant for centuries, but his mind adapted instantly, faster than any AI could predict. He traced energy conduits, bypassed safety circuits, and redirected power. With every keystroke, a ripple spread through the vault, lights flickering and doors hissing. He wasn't merely surviving, he was reshaping his environment. A sentinel drone descended, scanning for anomalies. Kyle touched it, and in an instant, its neural protocols bent to his will. The Council watched in disbelief as one human, just awakened, turned their own technology against them, and then he spoke, voice calm, almost casual. "You didn't warn me, you underestimated me." His adaptability was terrifying. Within hours, Kyle had analyzed the vault's entire systems. He had discovered the pods housing millions of humans, each asleep but ready. Instinctively, curiosity, and a deeper, unexplainable drive compelled him to wake them. Every precaution the Council had built, every failsafe, every plan of containment, was meaningless against his intellect and intuition. By nightfall, the Council realized the truth. This wasn't just one rogue human. This was the beginning of a cascade they had feared for millennia. The universe had placed humans in stasis for a reason written in cosmic fear. But Kyle Arden had awoken, and nothing, not logic, not force, not the vast machinery of the Council, could contain him now. Chaos had found its first spark. By the next cycle, the silent vault was no longer silent. Pods opened one after another, hissing clouds of mist into the air as humans stirred, blinked, and flexed muscles that had lain dormant for centuries. Kyle watched them carefully, a conductor orchestrating the awakening of a species that had once reshaped galaxies. Each human that rose brought with it a new surge of unpredictability, creativity, and raw power. The Council scrambled desperately to regain control. Their fleets orbited the vault, weapons primed, containment fields activating. AI sentinels swarmed, trying to subdue the newly awakened humans, but the humans moved faster, smarter, and with coordinated precision that the Council had never anticipated. Doors sealed, they hacked them open. Energy fields, they rerouted them. Communications blocked, they established their own networks instantly. Kyle led the awakened, teaching and guiding without restraint. They learned quickly, building strategies, repurposing machines, understanding the vault's entire infrastructure in ways even the Council hadn't anticipated. Star systems once governed with strict order began to tremble as humans reached beyond the vault, sending fleets to satellites, research stations, and experimental planets. It wasn't just chaos, it was rapid evolution in action. The Council had believed humans could be monitored, contained, even predicted. But the humans were none of these things. Within hours, they were creating technologies, rewriting codes, and shaping the vault itself to suit their needs. Kyle paused on the observation deck, watching the transformation unfold. He realized something that chilled him even as he felt triumph. Humans did not simply awaken. They spread, they adapt, they alter reality itself. One awakened human was dangerous. 1,000,000 were unstoppable. And far beyond the vault, across countless star systems, the universe began to sense a shift, a ripple of instability that had been sealed away for millennia. Humans were awake, and nothing would ever be the same again. The Council convened in their high-orbit citadel, a spiral of shimmering energy and steel, trembling with fear. They had anticipated rebellion, defiance, even destruction, but never the scale of intelligence, creativity, and sheer unpredictability that Kyle and the awakened humans now displayed. Their star systems were no longer under control, their fleets had been repurposed, their AI turned against them. The humans were everywhere, connected in ways that defied the Council's logic. Kyle stood at the center of the silent vault, watching the last pods open. Humans emerged with curiosity and strength, their minds alight with possibilities. One by one, they began to interface with the vault's systems, not to destroy but to understand and reshape. Machines hummed, lights pulsed, and the structure itself seemed to respond to the humans' presence. It was as if the entire vault recognized them, not as prisoners, but as rightful inheritors of its knowledge. A Council emissary appeared on the viewport, voice trembling with authority. "Human, this is your final warning. Return to stasis, or we will unleash the full force of the universe against you." Kyle smiled, almost gently. "Return? After all this time? You misunderstand. We do not sleep to be commanded, we awaken to choose." The humans murmured among themselves, a chorus of decision and intention. Some reached for the defensive systems, some for knowledge cores, others simply observed, learning. Kyle's gaze swept the room. They were not united by fear, but by the spark of survival, ingenuity, and curiosity, the very qualities that had once made humanity dangerous beyond measure. The Council realized the truth too late. The oldest law of the cosmos, never wake the humans, was not about control. It was about survival. Now Kyle extended his hand toward the stars. "We can coexist," he said, voice calm and commanding. "Or we can show you what humans are capable of." Across the universe, star systems trembled. The humans had awoken and the cosmos would never be the same.